Hey, what's going on, guys? Indy here with Ultimate Tour Reviews, and check this out. We got Metabo HPT's all-new inflator. Now, this thing looks kind of similar to the DeWalt model, which I actually ended up selling and instead got the Milwaukee model. Yeah, I'm a Makita Metabo guy, but if there's another brand that makes a better tool, like the Milwaukee inflator, which has been king of the inflators for quite a while now, and it's king for one simple reason: it fills up everything as fast as possible. It's honestly like the fastest inflator I've ever seen. Now, haven't even tried this Metabo HPT inflator out yet. And I've also got the Makita. This is the small one. This is the DM180. Where is the model number in here? Or this is actually the Adventure ADMP 180. They do make a 181, and then they make a XGT version as well, both which are faster, but I just only have the small one. It's basically a glorified bike pump is all it really is. It's not really fast. It's not really designed to do any larger vehicle tires really at all. But let's find out where the Metabo HPT really slots in. Now, I will say, compared to every other inflator I've tested, right off the bat, the Metabo actually has a fantastic screen. I mean, look at this. It's big, it's clear, super easy to read. There's my battery indicator. Am I going to either go high pressure, which I'm on now, or am I going to go to high volume, which you can fill up things like, pool floaties, things like that. And very easy to use, very easy to read. We have, max 160 PSI. Of course, got auto stop, runs on 18 volt or multi-volt batteries. Let me show you that here on the back. And for all these inflators for the testing here, I'm putting the biggest battery allowed on these tools here. So I've got the big 4 amp at 36 volt multi-volt battery, or 8 amp at 18 volt. The Metabo, just like the DeWalt, also has a 12 volt cigarette lighter connection, which is nice with a bunch of extra cord. That's pretty cool in case your battery dies or something happens there. Of course, we got the high airflow section here. Now, reading some reviews, on Amazon, I noticed that some people mentioned that they had some of the accessories missing. And I'm like, oh, that must be a one-off thing. I'm sure it won't happen to mine. Wrong. I have some accessories missing. No, they are not in the box. I checked. I don't know what accessories these could be, but I still have this one, which is nice for, pool floaties. So I've got that one going still, but yeah, I guess I am missing some accessories, which is kind of funny there. Just like the DeWalt one, we've got a little light on front, which is actually significantly brighter than the DeWalt one by far, which is pretty nice. So that's pretty cool. If you're filling up, this is a great emergency kit, going on vacation, road trip kind of deal here. But I will say, for everything that makes it look all shiny, I have not yet tested out how fast it fills up tires yet. So I'm really curious, where is it going to slot in between the Milwaukee, the absolute king, fills everything up super fast, and the Makita, pretty much a little bike pump with a battery on it. So kind of curious there. One thing though, out of the box, this thing is massive, and it claims it's like a hair over, I think, like what, 6 pounds or so. So let's see here, weight wise, where everything compares. So, all right, I got the biggest battery on this thing I can possibly get. 8 pounds, 3 ounces for the Metabo. All right, let's go to the Milwaukee, and this one is not as chunky. Oh, wow, 8 pounds, 12.8 ounces. Milwaukee is a bit heavier. I know the Makita is going to be a bit lighter. 3 pounds, 9.7 ounces. All right. If you're wondering, yes, the Milwaukee does have a Makita battery in there, and I got these cool adapters, work really well in here. I'll put a link in the description, guys, if you want to check this out. You can run pretty much any Milwaukee tool on Makita batteries, and I have been doing this for years now, especially on some of these tools that are very low drain on the battery, like the inflators here. They really have no issues at all. All right, let's take some measurements here, see what we got for overall size. About 13 inches long. We are about 10.5 inches tall. And then this thing is so deep here. Yeah, we're about 7 inches. I'm counting the battery in there too. About 7 inches deep here. Compared to the Milwaukee, this thing, yeah, Milwaukee's about 14 inches long, which is a hair longer than the Metabo. Let's see here. Yeah, Milwaukee definitely longer than the Metabo here. But when we count height, definitely shorter. About 7.25, 7.5 there. And then our depth here, definitely not. I'll count the hose in there as well too. A hair under 7 inches there. I'm counting the battery and my little adapter that's sticking out there. Of course, the Makita, significantly smaller here. Counting even the hose up here, just a hair under 12 inches. Height-wise, just a hair under 7. And then our depth here, pretty much actually just the battery for the most part, is going to be total about 4.5, just a hair under 5 inches there for the Makita. So yeah, the Metabo, it's a chunky one there. It's pretty big here. And overall, a lot of cool features on here. And I will say specifications on the side give you some nice hints about what we're going to see for performance here. I will say the length of that high pressure hose, that is huge. 47 inches for the high pressure hose. That's pretty awesome. High volume hose is 19 inches. That's pretty awesome. The high volume side is going to do 430 liters a minute. Pretty quick there. Max high pressure side, 160 psi. Now, when you hear all these inflators, they throw out numbers like that, oh, 160 psi, blah, blah, blah. To me, that means absolutely nothing. I want to see it, fill up a tire, from say 30, 40 PSI to 50 PSI. Give me a 10 PSI, jump on a tire. That's a pretty common, 5 to 10 PSI. You got one tire that's a little low. That's what the majority of these are going to do. You got, oh yeah, my car tire, my truck tire is a little low. Let me pull the inflator, fill it back up. And worst case scenario, you've got like a flat, or you air down all 4 of your tires, and now you need to air them back up 20, 30 PSI. You're not airing up to 160 psi. You're not going that high unless you're driving a semi truck or something really big, which if you're driving a semi truck, do not buy any of these. This is not what you'll want. So yeah, I can do 160 psi. Are you going to do 160 psi ever? Probably not. What really matters though is take it from, a 40, 50, 60, 70 psi and bump it up, 10 to 30 to 40 psi increase. That's what you really want to see with these. That's what I wish we would see more specifications for these in the future, because that's actually what you're using these in real life. So let's go out and test these out and see how well we can do with these. And I'm really curious to see where these are all going to slot together. I know this one is super fast. I know this one's super slow. So where's the Metabo HPT going to come in there? Well, let's find out. All right, so for this test, we're going to start every single inflator here at 25 PSI. Just put it up to there and hold down the trigger, and that is it. Let's find out how long this takes. All right, there we go. We're at 40 PSI. I don't know the time, so I have the video, of course, but yeah, it's definitely no Milwaukee. The Milwaukee is definitely running circles around every single other battery inflator out there. I don't know if it's compared to the Makita just yet, but definitely felt a bit faster than the Makita. And so one big thing, guys, is nothing's really beating the Milwaukee when it comes to these cordless inflators. That thing's just running circles on everyone else there. Well, all right, so what do we find out here? Well, the Metabo HPT, of course, is not going to beat the Milwaukee when it comes to overall speed here. It's definitely one of the largest ones I've ever tested to date. But honestly, compare the displays here for a second. I mean, compared to that Makita, tiny little display here, look at this Metabo. This thing is huge, easy to read. All the information you want to know is right here up on top. Honestly, best display out of all 3 of these by far. The fact that this thing also has the alternative power source in the back is a huge win. And you can also use multi-volt batteries, which just like the DeWalt also has the flex volt batteries. That's pretty cool as well too. Of course, we do have the high volume output as well, other than the high pressure. That's pretty neat. But if you still need, maximum speed, the Milwaukee is, of course, the way to go here. But you want good versatility here, Metabo HPT is going to be the way to go on this one. And it's tough, a lot of these are trying to go up against the Milwaukee. I would expect for like the size of this thing, compared to the Milwaukee, I was thinking that this thing would definitely be as powerful, if not more powerful. I mean, the size difference between these two is just massive. So that's pretty crazy, honestly, there. Also, the Metabo HPT, only a 1-year warranty on this. Look at this, professional 1-year warranty. Milwaukee is a 5-year warranty. Makita is a 3-year warranty. But Metabo HPT, depending on where you buy it, this is going to be your cheapest out of the bunch here. So that's another pro there. Yeah, it's a bit of a toss-up here, guys. Kind of what you're looking for. Buy the right one for what you need. If you need something lightweight, you're backpacking, overlanding, biking somewhere, Makita is going to be the way to go if you're not worried about tires too much. If you're doing more of, like what I do a lot of off-roading, and the Milwaukee is a great fit for me. Definitely just, air on tires, got to air them back up. Milwaukee is the way to go. You want ultimate versatility, and space is not that big of an issue. This is the way to go from a Metabo HPT. Very, very similar to the DeWalt model out. Not a huge fan of the DeWalt model. This thing definitely feels higher quality than the DeWalt model by far. DeWalt model had, the buttons on the front felt really cheap and loose. This thing feels really nice, really good fit and finish on this. And I do like kind of the organizational structure of these a bit better than the DeWalt version. I wasn't really excited with the DeWalt version, and I picked up the Makita and the Milwaukee, and I'm much happier with these two versus the DeWalt. But of course, guys, it's a bit of a give and take on this one. I'm not really calling anyone a loser here. They each have their pros and cons and what you're going for. But honestly, there's no definitive winner here. If you just want purely the strongest tool, Milwaukee is the way to go. You want max versatility, Metabo HPT is the way to go. You want max portability, the Makita is the way to go. If you just say, hey, what's the cheapest? Well, it's going to be the Metabo HPT. That's easy. So depending on how you look at it, guys, it's going to be who's going to be taking the cake here. So guys, that's all I've got for you today. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think of these 3 different inflators here. Very different tools, even though they all kind of do the same thing, but lots of different versatility, portability, and overall power. So guys, thanks for watching. Take care and have a great day.